Fuck. Woo!
This might sound kind of bad on recording, actually. Started off.
Oh, it's
Yeah, David, take it.
oh, fuck me. Oh, it's all in my throat. Oh my god.
It burns.
Fuck yeah, it does. Ooh, it warmed my tummy.
That's what they say.
If you couldn't tell,
I have that effect on people.
if you couldn't tell, we started with a shot right now.
Not anal sex.
Yeah, but if you wanted it, you can think whatever you want.
You can think whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's the point of the show.
You know, you can take this as a sound bit and just fucking...
I wonder if people think I'm, like, really good looking. Like, because they don't know what I look like.
Well,
like,
you are.
Think
so.
of me as, like, the best looking guy. That's really that's what I look like.
With a fat cock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
So, I really liked last episode, and we were so lit.
Yeah, it was, man.
I was so fucking drunk. I think, and it was Saturday, right? So, like,
God.
Sunday, I was so fucking sick on Sunday.
Man.
I was fucking...
I was tired. I was really sleepy. It was a good one. I think the cool thing about... Because, like, on Tuesday, doing this during a weeknight and, like, with work the next day and everything, it's like... We can still get a little lit, but it's like... We
It's
gotta be
always in the back of
responsible.
your head. Yeah.
So it's
And
like...
sometimes I don't get home till like I got home at 8:30 tonight, and you get over here at 9, and then it's just kind of like, so I'm always kind of low in the beginning, and then as I drink, but
Exactly. So it's like, unfortunately, this may be our season finale.
Seasons tend to end around this time of the year, right?
Yeah. And hey, you know what? Technically, our season, quote unquote, started in September. So
Right.
Not that we're going to be on break that long.
Right,
but-
right.
Or hopefully not that long.
We'll start back up as soon as David brings me my shot glass and and my
It's my paperweight.
what is it? What's
Your coaster?
The coaster too.
Hey, technically, my shot glass is still there too. You know.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You ain't the teach.
You've already gotten gifts, fucker.
You already got it. You need mine for too. Use yours as a paperweight. Mine will actually be used. Thank you very much. Unlike David's as a paperweight.
Man. No, but tell me why, like, when I was getting home, I was like, fuck, I forgot the shot glass and the coaster again.
And I was gonna message you, but I thought, nah. David got me. He cold. He
And
knows
all
it-
day,
He
and all
knows
day.
it's a special night tonight. He'd want me to have that shot glass to take shots out of.
Fucking.
How wrong I was.
Yeah. Oh, how the table turns.
That's not how that goes.
It's from shit. What's the? There's a show where he goes, "Oh, how the table turns," and they're all what? And he goes, "You know what I mean."
Is it a good show?
I think it's The Office.
Oh, I don't think so.
It's either The Office or Parks and Rec. It's from one of
Oh, well,
those.
both of those are great. So if that is, let me know.
I was like, please find that reference. There's a little job for you while we're in our hiatus. Find where the table turns. But yeah, so Teach is moving tomorrow. The apartment is very empty. It breaks my heart.
Mine too, dude.
The first thing I said when I walked in was, "Oh,
Exactly like
no."
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about moving? You ready?
Yeah. Ready as I can be.
All right. Don't really got a choice at this point now, huh? So.
No going back.
All right. And then you already got the tuxes situated
Yeah.
for the wedding.
And it's a pretty good price.
That is. I was honestly scared it was going to be upwards of $200.
Right. I was too though, because I was like, I have people in my wedding party that I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna afford that. Like,
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, fuck, I might have to buy it. So I was like, $100. So it's $100. It comes with the coat, the vest, the shirt, the bow tie, the cotton square, the pants, the socks, and the shoes.
Nice.
And the cufflinks.
Ooh, cufflinks.
Everything.
Man.
And I think you keep the socks in the pocket square, I think, or something like that.
I do need a new handkerchief. So.
Yeah, well, it's just like a square. It's not even, it's just a show.
Something that can handle my boogers. It's all good for me.
It won't. It's very tiny. One use only.
Okay, it's done.
But, because, my best man at his wedding, does that make sense? My best man at my wedding, at his wedding, I was his best man.
Yeah.
And I remember his wife, who was one of my best friends, and she was like, talking about how expensive things are, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, but what we're going to do? Just buy the pants. You're going to buy the pants, and then you get the shirt, and then get the suspenders, and there was no coat. She was like, "Oh, we're not doing the suits. That's gonna be too expensive, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I had to buy pants, which was $120. I had to buy a shirt, which is $20, $30.
Yeah.
To buy the bow tie, which is $15. Had to buy the suspenders, which was like $30. Ended up being like $250 plus, right? Where I'm like, bitch, you could have just bought the whole package, because they were
Right.
at Men's Warehouse too, So I don't know what that was about. But
Shout out Men's Warehouse for hooking it up with great
Men's
prices.
Warehouse, yeah.
So, so that was honestly my thing, because I'm standing in your wedding. I'm going to possibly be going to another couple's wedding as well.
That day?
No, not that day. The weekend before.
Right.
Which is the weekend of Metallica at ACL.
Oh, shit.
I'm just like, that's what it's saying. I'm just waiting for the day-to-day lineup, because if it's a Friday, if the Metallica is on Friday or Sunday, we're going to be good to go. I can do everything.
Oh, right.
I was like,
oh, so you don't know if it's on that Saturday. You just know it's that weekend.
yeah, they won't announce. Well, technically it's both weekends, but weekend 2 is your wedding. So I know I can't miss that. I'm a groomsman. So I don't want to be rude and miss the other wedding I've been invited to for the first weekend in October. So I'm just really hoping that Metallica is either on Friday
Now, are you
or
standing
Sunday.
in that wedding, though?
I'm not standing in
Okay,
it,
so that's different.
but I've been invited. So
Yeah.
at the same time, I would love to be there. I'm honored that
Of course.
that they invited me. So I would really love to be there. But sorry guys, Metallica.
Right. Now, if you were standing in it, that's another.
Then yeah, if I was standing in it, it wouldn't even be a question.
Yeah.
It would be nope. Sorry.
Good answer, David.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh fuck it. Watch, they're going to turn around and be like, "Hey, actually,
And it's only on this day, the 13th.
we need you." So fucking So yeah. So because I was like, man, this is about to be a lot of money. It's a lot of traveling. Because also too, for another buddy of mine, we're going to be going to his wedding, and just wanting to look nice and everything. So I'm just like, fuck. And then being a groomsman, because I remember when I stood in my aunt's wedding, my dad, of course, I wasn't making a lot of money, so my dad took care of the clothing and everything, and it was very expensive because he paid for me, my brother, and himself.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I just remember, like, per person, it was like over $200 a person.
Fuck.
So I was just like, fuck.
That's because your dad is older. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's just like, damn, and like the stuff they picked out
So
was
like, you're
really
worried
top
about
of
what
line.
you're going to wear at that other wedding?
Not so much that, but it was more about the groomsman thing, because I was like, I want it, because whatever you picked out, I want to match the theme.
Right.
Not that I couldn't afford it, but I was just like, damn, this is going to say, and it's my birthday month too.
And then, like right after another.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just like, man, but when you put in that group chat $90, I was like, oh fuck yeah,
That's good. I mean, there's plenty of time now too. Like
Exactly.
So.
I was getting ready because that day because it was Sunday, right? When he messaged us, I was like, man, I'm not doing nothing. I go to Wear House right now and just fucking.
Well, I'm gonna do it a couple weeks before actually, because I told everyone expected me to say in case I lose weight, but it's in case I get fatter. so no, hopefully I can lose some weight. We'll see. I'm not working on it. Maybe just because, but
Right.
but I'm waiting 2 weeks before just so that it's exactly the size I'll need it to be.
Right.
So it's,
Let me know. We'll go together
yeah, we can.
and fucking beep, beep. We can
And
do like
you-
a movie montage.
Yeah,
If we were
montage. It's $20. Oh, I told you, right? It's $20
Yeah,
down.
$20
Or you
okay.
can I'll probably just pay it off.
Yeah, I might as well just get it.
And then you just gotta turn in the next day.
That's no problem.
Yeah, and you just drop it off.
Yeah, be like.
I was gonna buy a suit because I thought, well, I might as well keep it and then I'll have a suit. I was gonna buy like a suit though.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw like the tux and I was like, and Miss Teach is wearing like a more traditional style dress, and I'm like, oh, the tux it's good tux. So,
Right.
So I'm doing and I'm renting it, so I'm like, I'm gonna sweat the fuck out of it. Okay, by the way, as a groomsman, you're not allowed off the dance floor unless dictated by me. Unless I need like a drink or something.
So I have to stay on the dance floor the
you
whole
have to stay
night.
on the
Okay.
dance floor, pretty much.
So I'm just gonna stand there.
You can do whatever you.
I'm not a dancer.
There's
so
gonna be a lot of people, so hopefully but you gotta stay on the dance floor.
I'll be on the dance
Yeah.
floor. That's my because I've never been a groomsman before.
Oh, okay.
I've stood in a wedding where, like I said, my aunt's wedding, but I was kind of like the chauffeur, like I was in the back.
Oh, okay,
but they
yeah.
still wanted us to wear the tuxes, like the
Right.
groomsmen were wearing.
Right.
So I'm just like, whatever you need me to do that day,
Exactly.
I'm not going to question it. You tell me,
That's exactly.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna try my best.
Exactly how that works.
So I'm gonna be like, you need what? I've never heard of that, but I'm gonna question it with other people.
Yeah, I will bring results.
And be like, T said he needs what? He needs an anal bum cover? I don't know what that is.
You should probably just bring one of those with you.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
Have it ready.
Anal
Fuck.
bum cover. All
Yeah.
right. Flesh tones only. All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, it's very exciting. I'm so happy.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I've known, I'm gonna call it Mr. and Mrs. Teach for quite some time now, and I'm just like, and they've been engaged the whole time I've known them. So it's like the fact that they're finally tying the knot.
So I got I have those on this day, the Facebook stuff. And so I guess I got engaged to Mrs. Teach a day or so ago. It's the anniversary of the engagement.
Okay.
But what's funny is that I proposed to her 4 years into our relationship, right? And so now we were 4 years into it. I proposed, and now we've been engaged for 5 years. We've been engaged longer than we were not engaged. Usually people get. My dad, I remember talking to my dad about this, and I wanted to propose. I wanted to get married. And I told him, my dad was like, he was all for it. He was all blah, 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 blah. If you need help, I'll help. If her parents don't want to pay for it, I can't pay, blah, blah, blah. And I was all excited, right? Like, when I got the ring, and I saved up, and it was a cheapo ring. It's been so long, I bought her a nicer ring since the first one. But I saved up all my, I worked at Cracker Barrel, and I did serving job for like a summer. Because I used to work the cash register, but I served so that, because we've always had the same bank account. Have I told you the story? We had the same bank account, and I served so that I could save my tips and hide the cash and then go buy the ring. And so I go to her dad's place, gonna ask, and I'm thinking it's gonna be like this big joyous occasion because I had known him for 4 years at that point. We were on good terms, and him and his wife, her mom was like, yeah, no. They're like, if you want to give her like a ring, that's fine. You can be engaged, but you'll be engaged for a long time. And they weren't lying. Like, yeah, well, they were like, y'all need to get your degrees and blah, blah, blah. And, I'm glad they did, though.
Right.
I'm glad they did make it straight. Meanwhile, they're breaking up this year while we're getting married. So that's how that evens out, I guess.
Boom.
Yeah. But, yeah, so it's really cool that it's finally happening.
That is good. I'm very happy for that.
Yeah.
So you asked your dad before, like, permission to propose to his daughter?
Yeah.
I didn't do that with Leslie.
Well, to be honest, it didn't work out for me. So it was a very awkward time.
See,
I wish I wouldn't have.
Right. It's like, I feel I'm on very good terms with her dad. When we first started dating, there was a little bit of tension just because I don't like putting up with the whole threatening me and like, I know people in the cartel and this and that. I'm just like, yeah, you and every other Mexican in San Antonio, dude. Like, which one is it?
Norteño.
Yeah, right. Fucking. Like, whatever. I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. And then, like I've told the story, when I walked in, when I went to her house for the first time, her dad was pointing a gun at the door. Oh, sorry, I thought you were. He, unloaded it and everything. And I was like, all right, whatever. Yeah. And it's like, and like Leslie's relatives, like, take care of her. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because I was thinking I'm going to beat the shit out of her in the parking lot. But since now that you told me that, you're right.
Now I'm scared. So
now
I'm forced to love your daughter.
Like, oh, yeah, now I don't want to, like, fucking rape her in the backyard. Okay, now
we're understanding each other.
Yeah, now that thwarts it, all right? So it was that at first, like, maybe the first few months, and every time I come over, the thick handshake, the hard gripped handshakes, and I'm just like, come on, dude, like, whatever. Yeah. So, got over it, started drinking with him, this and that, after I turned 21, da-da-da-da. And so it was cool, so now we're on really good terms, but when I proposed to her, I just proposed to her. I felt the moment was right, proposed 2 years into the relationship, cool, whatever. When we went so the next day after we got engaged, we did the little tour going to relatives, like, hey, we got engaged, OMG, da-da-da. So when we went to her parents' house and did it, her dad was really happy. He stood up, he gave me a handshake, and goes, that's great. His only thing was, like, I just don't want you guys to have kids yet. Like, wait till Leslie gets her degree. Because, he finally got off of me about me going back to school. He goes, wait till she gets her degrees and set. And I was like, oh, yeah, kids, not for a long time. As much as I want them, not for a long time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it, But yeah, so he was really happy with it. I was afraid because I thought he was going to be one of those, like, oh, you should have asked me.
So obviously he's not that traditional with that sense either, which is good. It's her parents both are together and everything?
Yeah, her parents are together, yeah.
So, okay. I was wondering because that's also, like, to be honest, Mrs. Teach's dad, I think about that, I'm like, it was just like me getting my, what do they call it? Like my, like going the gauntlet pretty much, just get it out the way. It was humiliating and awkward and just so not what. It was funny because actually I texted her dad that night. I went to work and I was going to leave and it was late. And I wanted to propose like that weekend, and there was no other time that I could have done it.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of late though, like 8 o'clock or so. And I texted him like, "Hey, look, I need to talk to you. Can I come over?" And he was like, "Do you need money?" And I was like, "No, like, I've never asked for money." Like that was so weird to me because I was like, "No, I just need to come talk to you. Like, we just need to talk, right?" And like, "Okay, well, whatever, bring beer." And I was like, yeah, for sure. So I brought beer, thinking we were gonna like hang out and like, because we usually do.
Like, hey, I want to marry your daughter. All right, man.
Well, it would have been like, yeah, they're finally good, because we had been together for 4 years, and we had, at that time, we had gone through a lot of shit with her parents, with me and them, and it was like, that time was actually really good, right? Like, it seemed like it would be the right time to do it, which I thought. But it was like the total like rug swept underneath me, like, and I really didn't have to do it because if I would have done it without, she appreciates the sentiment, but fine. Who gives a shit?
Who cares? Who cares? It's like we're gonna get. It was like just like that song. Like I want to the whole Saturday morning. Why you gotta be so rude? Yeah. He's all like, yeah, he's asking the dad. The dad says no. He goes, well, I'm still fucking marry your daughter. Like, it's like I'm gonna marry her anyway.
I mean, it's just more of I guess it's a respect thing, but it's an old. It's not even like
it's
It's like our fathers probably didn't even do it, or maybe that was like
I don't think my dad did it. I think my dad talked about it. Well, with my mom's dad, but it was more like hey, I'm just kind of throwing this out there just to kind of gauge what your what your answer is going to be, but I'm still going to marry your daughter. If you want
to break your vows, I'll break my vows too.
We can break our vows together.
Yeah,
if you want. Nacho Libre, great movie, bro.
All of your favorite things you just said are my favorite things too. Everything you just said. Anyways, I'm paraphrasing that. Right. Yeah, my dad, my stepdad or my adopted dad, he definitely didn't. They got eloped at the courthouse on what is it, Valentine's Day? They just do like that mass marriage.
Oh yeah, they're like, all right, next, all right, next.
No, they do it all at once.
Oh really? Okay.
No, they go out to the courthouse on Valentine's Day, and like everyone present that wants to get married can get married
at the same time. I didn't know about that. I just thought it was like express checkout.
And everyone's out there and it's always like Mexicans and like
pregnant women,
rough looking people. Yeah, exactly.
rough looking people.
What? Yeah, it's rough around the edges. Like they've seen some shit. You know what I mean? Like they know how the world works. You know what I mean? Salt of the earth people. That's what
they know. Nothing can lower happen to them.
Yeah. So they did that though. My parents did that too. So, this was not one of our topics, but it's been a good.
This wasn't. Hey, you know what? Because I think it's that whole stigma about the guys don't give a shit about that whole like marriage and like, oh, that's the girl stuff. I'm so excited to get married, man. Like it excites me, like, talking about the groomsmen stuff with you, talking about, my friend's wedding, talking about my other friend's wedding. It's like, if it were up to me, like, so I've honestly tossed the idea of doing a courthouse wedding with Leslie a couple times. No. Because I'm just like, I just want to get it over with. I don't really care for the fancy wedding, the reception, this and that. Like, I just want to just get married already. I want her to be Mrs. Claire. Like, I'm so excited for that. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, that does seem a little bit, shitty, just to kind of like, hey, we're married, and everyone's like, oh, okay.
Because it's for your family, too.
Yeah. Because, and like, what do they say? It's like, you don't really get to enjoy your wedding because you're so busy entertaining the guests. Like, you can't, like, you'd be lucky enough to even get a piece of your own cake. Like, I've always heard that expression about the weddings. Yeah. So.
Not me. I'm excited about the wedding, and I don't subscribe to that, it's her day.
Oh, yeah.
It's her day. It's her. And I joke about it. My joke is that I'm training, and I show up where I need to show up, and I sign what I got to sign. Like, that's my approach to the wedding. But really, I'm excited. It's my day, too. Like, this is part of this.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, there's people that are like, because I've had, so like the ceremony, that was all me. Because I wanted a Buddhist ceremony, and because it's important to me, and this and that, and I wanted it to be something that I would, it's a vow.
Right.
And I've taken vows with my Buddhist faith, and this is another vow I'm taking that I would want it to be within the realm of Buddhism. And I had a lot of friends that were like, because Mrs. Teach was kind of like, that's kind of weird. Like, we don't even do that in Korea. Like, she's like, we're Asian, so like everyone's Buddhist there. We don't do our weddings like that. I was like, yeah, well, I'm American and I have this American lineage, and that's how we do it. I want to do it that way. And our friends too would be like, man, it's her day, dude. Like, don't pressure it. And I'm like, look,
it's not her day.
Right. I'm like, it's a vow that she's not. It's not like it's not like we're both different faiths fighting about which one we want to. It's more like I'm more into the spiritual stuff, and Mrs. Teach is always just kind of like accommodating,
right?
Because she doesn't really follow one. So it's like, why wouldn't we do it this way? Because it means more to me. Like,
right.
Why wouldn't we do it? Why would we do it like a secular way when I could do it my way?
Exactly.
And Mrs. Teach shouldn't care either way. And at first she just thought it was weird, like it would be like off-putting to people. But I'm like, it's not for them. I mean, the reception's for them. That's for our.
That's when you say hi to everybody.
Yeah, the reception and having with the food reading and the music. That's all for our friends and family. This ceremony is us, though. Like,
right.
And it's important to me, so it should be important to you. And she was like, you're right. Like, exactly. So.
That's my concern with the wedding. Not to cut you off, is because I'm not a religious person whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie's not the biggest religious person.
Mm-hmm.
She came from So here's the thing. So her parents aren't super religious. They do the whole, like, we're blessed, thank God, and this and that. But they don't go to church. They don't read the Bible, none of that stuff. Leslie's grandma, her nana on her dad's side, she's somewhat religious. Doesn't go to church, though. Doesn't do any of that. But she's
non-practicing.
Yeah, but very, like, amen, shares those Christian things, shares those posts,
I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, like, share this, share, one share equals one prayer, and like type amen and click share. Like,
keep scrolling for the devil.
Yeah, like, ignore this if you're, or like, the person reading this doesn't love you. I'm sure they do. Or it's like God and Jesus talking to each other. Like,
oh my God.
My child will keep scrolling. My child will share this. Yeah, those types of posts. So
I know that's an older generation thing. So.
Yeah. So Leslie's family has said, like, they want us to get married in a church. I'm just like, okay.
What church?
I don't know. So here's my thing. And I think I've talked about it with Leslie. If not, I'll talk to her eventually. But if she wants to get married in a church,
Are they Catholic?
I don't know. I don't know if it's Catholic or Christian. I have no idea.
Well, Christian's an umbrella term,
But yeah. But either way, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Because if it's up to me, I want to get married in a nice hall. I want to, have a nice, like, where the reception is in the same place as the hall. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, if they really insisted on us marrying in a church, fine, whatever. But I know a lot of times when you get married in a church, both participants have to be a member of the church or they have to be a member of the religion.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So if we get married in church, fine, whatever. I'll stand there. I'll be respectful. It's my wedding. But if I have to get, like, baptized or have to take oaths, I'll be like, fuck you. Yeah. No, I'm not.
I mean, that's fair.
It's
right? Leslie would understand that, no?
Yeah, and Leslie knows I'm not
so
a religious person.
So here's the hard part: is that is the family, and is the family paying for the wedding?
Because
if your family's paying for the wedding, it's hard. It's a hard sell. I mean, not that you're gonna have it your way, but it's just gonna be a struggle.
So that's the thing. So with the wedding, I've already said, like, me and Leslie have to save up for that because we're going to get married in a place that we want to get married. In all the places that Leslie, in which I was just like, yeah, if that's what you want, like, that's cool. Like, the hall, like, whatever. Most of the places we looked at are kind of in the hill country. They're kind of, like, very, like, westerner, southerner type thing. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, right? But we've stated that we're going to pay for that.
What's for the
hall and all that stuff. So it's like, if people want to chip in for, like, maybe the catering, like...
What's your budget?
I have no idea. Well, I mean, granted, we're not going to marry anytime soon, but it's like, we don't want to do something that's going to put us in debt.
So, 10 grand.
10 grand. That's reasonable.
That's about the average of our side of the world's wedding.
Exactly.
You go more north, it goes up to 20. But around here, it's about $10,000, right? And that's not a very, like, extravagant wedding. That's like a bare bones.
Bare minimum, right?
Yeah, which is fucked up because we were going to pay $5,000 to my piece of shit friend's mom fucking didn't let us do it in the backyard.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, yeah.
Anyways, it
became
this big fucking thing now. It's 10 grand. Probably a little more when it's all said and done. But around 10 grand. But you should, you'll see our place, and
I'm so
it's
excited.
a good spot. I mean, and I didn't care about the spot. My thing was all the ceremony. That's really the only thing I was like, as long as it's you, like if you're my bride and we can do this ceremony, I'm good to go. Like you can get married in like Compton and fucking be shot at for all I care afterwards. Like we'll be married.
That's how I feel. I'm like, as long as I'm marrying you, that's all that matters.
But girls are a little more aesthetic
exactly.
than we are. So, and Mrs. Cheech really likes the rustic kind of feel of things, which is where we're getting married. It's a country club. But it's cheap. It's the cheapest one we could find.
That's good.
And Mrs. Cheech is all about finding like the best
deals.
She's very frugal. So for her to find this, it's a good, it's the best you can get for the least amount of money. It just, if Mrs. Leslie.
Mrs. Leslie. So that's our thing. It's like, because we anticipate chipping in the money. It's our wedding,
Chipping in, not paying the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, let me rephrase that.
Like you're expecting us to pay it all, and then whatever gets
the way I see it is like, this is our financial endeavor. This is ours. Whatever, either party, my parents or her parents.
So you're ready to spend $10,000 basically, and then whatever happens.
Exactly. So
and
it's like
the traditional way is Leslie's parents $10,000 for the wedding, but then your parents will buy you a car. You guys, right? Something like that.
Old school style.
Right. So either way, one paid for the wedding, which is a big money, and then the groom's parents would buy
I anticipate
a really nice gift, or like the honeymoon or something.
Which I anticipate both of our families will do very nice things for the wedding, and take care of it, which I anticipate. But at the same time, it's like, this is our wedding, this is our deal. So I always plan for the worst. I always plan for whatever's the most expensive thing.
Smart.
So right, so.
It's nice to buy your own to pay for all your shit, because like we've been to a couple weddings now, and they were nice and everything, and one was very, very frugal, and it was felt though, because there was no music and there was nothing to do, and so there wasn't like a lot of entertainment. It was a lot of us just sitting at our table after dinner, and it was just kind of like, is this it or whatever?
We went to a wedding, like I'll talk about that.
So it kind of. That I know they felt they were blah blah blah, but that was, and then it was Sunday night, which is also Sunday's like half the price of Saturday night, just because no one wants to get married on Sunday because everyone has to work on Monday.
Right.
So we all started leaving like 9:30, and the bride was like, "Where's everyone going?" And we're like, "We have to get up in the morning. Like we're not gonna stay up all night. Like you should have picked a Saturday,
right? Or at least a Friday. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, Friday and Saturday about the same pricing, but so we went to those where it's like very frugal and kind of boring. I mean, it was very nice and whatever, but very, very. We left at 9:30, so they had the place till like midnight. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we went to one that you could tell the parents paid for everything, and you could tell because all the music and the ceremony and everything was very robotic and just very, and the music was like. Who dances to this? Like, it wasn't old. It was, like, popular music. It was, like, Bruno Mars. It's, like, you either have to be, like, super drunk, but it's only 9 o'clock, or you have to be, like, one of those break dancers that are, like, really good at dancing.
They can dance it for
You know what I mean? Like, you can really just do everything look cool. Like, we're just normal fucking Mexicans. Like, we don't know how to dance this shit. Like,
girl, you're
this is not... Yeah. It's, like, it's, like, it's too fast. It's, like, you gotta play, right? So exactly. And he was an old white guy. He was all pissed at. Y'all don't like Bruno Mars? And we were like, dance to this.
Get on the fucking dance floor, you asshole.
We were requesting songs, and also their parents didn't want anyone requesting songs because they didn't want anything too provocative at the wedding. Because even at 11 o'clock, he was like, oh, okay, it's late enough. And then they started playing, like, I was feeding all the music. Anyways, sorry.
Slap on my knob, let go on the
I was doing Pop Lock and Drop It, and like Soulja Boy, and like and so like with our wedding though, it's like no one's helping us. We're not getting anything either afterwards. It's all us, and we've already told both of our parents like, look away, because we're telling the DJ from like the first hour it's the nice songs that are like the lovey and the blah blah blah, and then it's starting to just like we told the DJ just think of like a college party, and like there's no one over 30 here, like, and just like we just want a good fucking
ratchet
time. Like
that's what I'm there for.
Yeah, like we want to get down, and so like as long as like it doesn't have to be too explicit, but like
he's gonna play songs that aren't
I'm just saying
right?
like No, it'll be censored. That's
Damn!
well, I mean, hell, you can't have
My wedding's gonna have uncensored music.
Well, I thought about it, but I'm like, the grandparents are gonna be there, so
Yeah.
you know.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Because it can't be like sweat. What is it? Sweat drop down my balls. All these bitches crawl. Oh, ski motherfucker. Yeah, no, we can't have that. It's gotta be the
I'ma
the
have
clean
that.
version. The clean.
I'm gonna have my grandma twerking on the corner of the dance floor and everything. Man.
Call the respect, David.
All right.
You're the jerk of the week. You're a jerk and it's your week. You really outdid yourself like a crazy super jerk. You're probably a big jerk every week, but this week you're the jerk of the week.
Carlos jerk of the week. Just
I
kidding.
feel like it's never gonna happen again. I'm gonna come up. It'll be like a. We'll see how this.
Yeah,
works.
it'll play out. Who cares? Isn't ending.
It's not ending.
Yeah, it's not ending. It's just gonna take a while. But anyway, so jerk of the week. So I actually have two, possibly a third. The third one I'll wait, but it'll kind of pawn off a different conversation, which I know Teach will get into. But so first one, I saw Jurassic World last Thursday. And if you guys have me on Facebook, you already saw my rant about this. So I consider myself a film connoisseur. I consider myself, a mediocre film critic in a sense. Yeah. I studied theater, I studied film, I think, not to be an elitist, but I know a little bit more than just Leonardo DiCaprio's a good actor in anything he does. Like, shut up. No, just sit down. So, saw Jurassic World last Thursday. When I go to the movies, because it's expensive. It's fucking expensive to go to the movies.
Oh, yeah.
So, I expect a world-class experience when I go to the movies.
Sure.
Typically, I go to the Alamo Drafthouse because I get an alcoholic beverage, I get a dinner, and I get a show. And I like the funny pre-show stuff they do before the movie starts. And granted, the clientele that goes to the Alamo Drafthouse, very respectful, very mature, because it's expensive. Casablanca is kind of our second tier. That's in San Antonio. That's a new movie theater that just recently opened up. It's been open for a little while now. But it's still very new, very fresh, very hip. But still the clientele, very respectful.
My law firm actually does the intellectual property for them.
Really? Cool.
Yeah. I had to drive out there one time to take pictures of the place.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you do live in San Antonio, you would know that the Regal theaters are the biggest pieces of shit theaters in the entire world.
Although that is the bread and butter of theater in San Antonio.
Yeah. It's where all the hood rats go.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford to go to fucking Draft House or fucking Casablanca. But anyway, I digress. So I absolutely hate when people get on their phones during a movie. I hated it as a kid when cell phones and flip phones started becoming popular and ringtones going off during movies. It would piss me off as a kid. I'd be like, what the fuck, man?
Do you remember the before cell phones, it was please turn your beeper on silent.
Yeah, it'd be like make sure you're not causing any distractions. It'd be so generic. But now, if you go to the movies, if you've been to the movies any time within the last 5 years, it says a million fucking times, turn off your cell phones, keep them dark, silent, and out of your, out of the way. Don't
who
talk.
wants to be that guy anymore?
Don't talk or text during a movie. They make fucking the little Geico advertisements before the movie, the fucking M&Ms.
They didn't even say not to open your phone. Even the light is distracting.
Yeah, it fucking is.
It is.
When we saw Solo in theaters at the Draft House. But here's the thing with the Draft House, before I get into the story. Fucking, the guy kept getting on his phone during the movie. It's pitch black in the movie. The Solo had a lot of dark settings. So when he gets on his cell phone, it's fucking bright. All he had to do was go, dude, and he went, my bad. And he stayed off of his phone for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
That's as simple as that. I didn't have to raise my voice. I didn't have to get angry. I just went, dude, oh, my bad. Yeah. Boom, done, taken care of. Because the Draft House is very strict with that shit. They say, if you have a complaint, fucking tell us. We'll tell them something. If they get one warning, Nothing changes. They just kick them out.
Which is nice because they value their customer that much that they're willing to.
They're like, no, you're spending a lot of money here at our theater. We know we're not the cheapest around. Like, let us know. We'll fucking kick them out without a refund, no ifs, ands, or buts. I love that about Draft House. I've had to put a complaint on somebody at the Draft House before. When we saw Kong Skull Island, there were just two drunk white dudes that just wouldn't shut up. But anyway. So
they took care of it.
Yeah, they told him once and nothing happened of it again. So we go see Jurassic World. Leslie and I wanted to see it at the Draft House to get a nice meal. It was on a payday. We got paid last Thursday. We had money to splurge. Why not? Draft House didn't have either any seats together, or everything was like it was sold out. So I was like, well, damn, we can't see it at Draft House. All right, check Casablanca. Casablanca didn't have anything, either seats together, or the showings were just too late at night. I was like, I don't want to stay out that late for a 2-hour movie. Yeah. It's just tiring. I only did that for Avengers Infinity Wars because I was like, I'm not letting anyone ruin this movie for me.
Right, you had a mission.
Yeah. I was like, so Jurassic World, okay, I won't be too upset if someone ruins it for me, but whatever. Because someone ruined Solo for me, and I still went to go see it, so...
What is that?
What's that?
Solo?
The Han Solo movie, the Star Wars movie? Yeah. So I was like, all right, so we're looking. The Quarry is the only one that it's like, hey, it's first come, first serve, but there's tickets available. All right, it was an 8:30 showing, which is still a little later than what I wanted to do, but whatever, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
So we go. We get there a little bit early because it's a first come, first serve. We know it's a new movie that just came out that everyone's excited to see. We want to get there. So my first problem with the Quarry and Regal Cinemas is that they were promoting a Jurassic World souvenir popcorn bucket and a Jurassic World souvenir cup, large cup. And the straw was either a Velociraptor or a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I see that cup and instantaneously go, babe, I want that cup. Because I'm a child at heart. I like souvenir cups.
Yeah.
I fucking love them. She goes, okay, babe, I'll get the popcorn because I know you want the bucket. And I'm like, yes, I do. And she goes, and you buy the cup. Because she doesn't drink soda, so I know I would get Coke. She would buy her own little small drink. Whatever, right? So we're waiting in line. She gets to the cashier. I can't hear her.
It's a souvenir bucket, too?
Yeah, it's a souvenir bucket.
So you can reuse it?
At home, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's a dish.
It's like a plastic bucket, yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, and it had the dinosaurs all over it. It had the Jurassic World.
I want one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, don't buy it at Regal.
Okay.
So, fuck you, Regal. So, this is my first problem. It's the first part of the story. So, Leslie gets in line. We're waiting in line. She goes in front of me. I can't hear what she's talking to to the cashier, but she turns around. She goes, hey, the souvenir bucket is $27.
Holy
I said,
shit.
Fuck that. I said, yeah, just get a regular large popcorn. The bucket's
popcorn.
Large popcorn, all right? I was like, the bucket's not that cool. I want the cup.
Yeah.
I'm willing, because I'm figuring the cup is going to be...
I'm more into cups, too.
I was like, $13-$15, right?
Yeah.
Because the large soda is like $8. I was like, I'm expecting a little bit more because it's a souvenir.
Sure.
So she's like, okay, large popcorn, medium drink. She gets her stuff, goes to the side. Now it's my turn. The cashier person switches from a chick to a guy. Whatever, right? I'm not thinking it's going to be any deal. I get up there and I'm like, hey, how much is the souvenir cup for the Jurassic World movie? It's $27. And I said, I thought the popcorn bucket was $27. No, it's $27 for the bucket and the cup together. And I was like, okay, well, how much is the cup by itself? I was like, because my fiance just bought popcorn. I just want the cup. No, we can't legally sell it separate. We have to sell it together. I was like...
Legally.
Yeah, fuck you.
It's a very strict...
Yeah, fucking... So I'm like, wait, you can't sell the cup by itself? I'm like, I was like, because we have popcorn. I just want the cup. No, yeah, it's either you get it together or you don't get it at all. And I was like, well... all right. I was like, well, I guess I'll just get a large Coke. He goes, you sure you don't want the cup in the bucket? I'm like, well, my fiance just bought popcorn, so I don't want to buy a bigger tub of popcorn, and spend $27. Suit yourself. What drink do you want?
Oh.
I'm like, Coke? And I'm like, it's not registering in my mind because I'm like, wait, it's not registering that he was a total dick to me until after I got out of line. I was like, wait a second. fuck this guy.
Yeah.
And Leslie was like, well, where's your cup? I was like, he said he legally can't sell it to me because fucking Regal has a monopoly on these fucking Jurassic World cups. And so I'm ranting as we're going up the stairs. Leslie, God bless her soul, is so used to my rants by now, which I'm sure Teach is used to my rants by now too. So I'm like, man, fuck this place. Like, I'm already pissed off. I couldn't go see it at the Draft House because at least the Draft House, they would sell me a fucking souvenir glass for like $8. Yeah. I'm like, man, da da da. And so we get to our movie theater. We're sitting down. Okay, whatever. I'm over it, right? Because I'm like, okay, we're about to watch Jurassic World. I'm eating the popcorn, drinking my Coke. Okay, cool, whatever, right? So people are starting, pile into the movie theater. Da 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 da. During the pre-show bullshit, and people are on their phones and talking and laughing, whatever.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, whatever. The previews start.
Although, I stake out and like, okay, these people might be problems.
No, I do that too. Yeah, I'm just like these
okay,
look like...
I'm ready to do something with these groups. Because
yes. So I'm like, okay, so it was a mom and then like a baby, like not even a baby, like maybe like 5-6 years old, and then like a teenage kid. She was on her phone the whole fucking time, on her bright-ass phone. So it's like, okay, during the pre-show, there's all these people walking in, da-da-da, right? 2 white chick teenage girls sitting next to me, like 2 seats down. Fucking baggy shirts, short shorts. You get the idea of what they look like. So the previews start. People are still talking during the previews. People are still on their phones during the previews. Okay, I'm a little irritated because I'm like, the lights have gone down. They've already done the stupid, turn off your cell phones, no talking, just, da-da-da. It's the previews. I'm going to let it go. It's not bothering me too much. Whatever. People are talking. Granted, no previews are either. It's something I've already seen or a movie I don't care for. So I'm like, whatever. I don't care. The previews end. The Universal Studios thing pulls up where it does the Universal around the world. People are still on their fucking phones. People are still fucking talking. I'm like, okay, the movie's starting. Maybe if they see like the Universal Pictures Presents like in the Jurassic World, font, like maybe then that'll be the cue to, hey, shut the fuck up.
Doesn't it get even darker when the real movie comes on?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But then it's still fucking bright because people are on their fucking phones. So sure enough, the Universal Studios Presents, directed by da-da-da, in the Jurassic World font, then you see all the phones start turning off. I'm like, okay, maybe it was just it took a little bit for them to get it. Maybe they're slow, whatever, right? Or maybe they're just like, oh, okay, wait, they weren't paying attention, not slow, I'm sorry. So, whatever. Starts off, it's a little submarine, da-da-da, right? So the movie starts off. It kind of picks up after the first one ends, right? The park's all destroyed, da-da-da. The chick next to me... I'm like, what the fuck? And so and then dialogue starts happening in the movie, so I'm like, shh. Like, quiet, subtle, shh. They fucking look at me, they stop talking, so I'm like, okay, whatever. The chick in front of Leslie, the mom that I talked about, gets on her fucking phone. Bright fucking sunbeam out of the fucking chair. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, I'm already regretting that I'm sitting in this fucking theater. I'm like, oh my god. She gets on it for like 10 seconds, turns it off. Whatever. Maybe she was adjusting her settings out because I'm watching the movie, but it's fucking brightness. And it just disrupts the whole theater.
If I have to get, and I don't get on my phone, but if I have to like respond or whatever, you can turn the brightness all the way down.
Thank you.
Like,
now, granted, I turn off my phone altogether. I even do, like on my Apple Watch, it has the theater mode where it doesn't light up when you get it on. I turn on the theater mode because I just hate disruptions whatsoever. That's just me.
Yeah.
Because I'm very particular.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck. So some nonsense happens. A dinosaur comes out. All the little kids in the movie theater fucking start screaming because it's a T-Rex. I'm like,
well, okay, you can't be mad at that one.
I'm fucking pissed. No, because
you're already mad, but that one you really shouldn't be mad at because
it's a dinosaur movie. The kids want to see the dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
Mommy, T-Rex, da da da. If a T-Rex roars, don't fucking scream. It's your fault. Your parents dragged you to the theater. I'm pissed because I hate kids in the movie theater to begin with.
Yeah,
I was pissed when kids were in the movie theater for Incredibles 2. And that's a kid's movie, and I was pissed. So I'm like, fuck me. So I just put my hands in my lap and I'm like this. And Leslie's rubbing my back, and she goes, "It's okay, babe, it's okay." Like, she's like, "It's okay," because she just knows I hate disruptions.
Yeah.
So fucking every little dinosaur that pops up, the two white chicks, that dinosaur's so cute. And then the one chick that's closest to me, she gets on her fucking phone. She's fucking texting, "Oh my god, so-and-so just texting me right now." And I'm like, nobody is saying anything in the theater. It's like, I'm the only asshole that's like, what the fuck? I'm like in this upside down world
That
where
makes
I'm
you
like,
more mad, right? Like,
yeah, I'm like, is no one going to call these bitches out on their shit?
Yeah.
And they keep putting their knees and their arms in their t-shirt. They have fucking the jangly
well, at this
charm
point, you're
bracelets.
just annoyed and everything's making you mad.
And I'm like, and I can't focus on the movie because then sporadically people are getting on their cell phones. People are laughing at random moments. Someone gets eaten by a dinosaur. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm just like, oh my god. And so finally, like, the two chicks are just moving around so much. I went, shh. And they went, mind your own business. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then, like, the chick in front of Leslie keeps getting on her fucking phone on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then this fucking Mexican family walks in 20 minutes late into the movie, all fucking, let's sit right here, And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then so fucking one of them drops their popcorn bucket, all of them uproar like if it was the funniest fucking thing in the world when this old man with a low voice is talking in the movie. And I'm like, come on.
So do theaters, I know, like, if you leave in halfway or whatever, you can get money back or like a comeback thing, right? At the end, though, can you do it?
I have no idea. I've never done that. At the same time, I've never faced this many disruptions during a movie. And so then, okay, whatever. Now it finally starts settling down. There's some action going on, whatever, right? Fucking Chris Pratt walks onto the movie. The two girls, oh my god, he's so hot, And I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm about to have a brain aneurysm at this point. I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm so, like, my hands are shaking, like, I'm sweating profusely because I'm just, like, I'm biting my tongue, and Leslie's like, it's okay, babe, it's okay, because Leslie knows I'm about to freaking combust. So then, the Mexican family that walks in, one of them gets up to go to the bathroom. You know how when you're done with your food, you, like, kind of put it under your seat or whatever? Uh-huh. You know the plastic nacho trays? They're really loud. So this fucker, when he stands up, he steps in his fucking nacho tray. And I'm like, so he leaves, right, after his family fucking laughs. And they're like, oh, ha, ha, ha. He leaves. He comes back from the bathroom or wherever he went. You think he would learn his fucking lesson 5 minutes later? No, when he gets back. And I'm just like, oh my god. Now I'm just praying for this fucking movie to be over. I'm like, this movie's 2 hours and 8 minutes. It's been roughly an hour 45, I feel. Like, oh my god. Like, I can't focus on the movie. I'm watching it.
So you should have left. You would have got a...
Oh my god. But at the same time, I was like, I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
And so then at the end of the movie, so everything finally calmed down when all the climax happens and everything. So at the end of the movie, before the lights come up when the credits hit, like when it says directed by whatever his face was, I say, loud enough for people to hear me, I say, does no one know how to shut the fuck up during a movie? And everyone's all, like, who's this guy? And this and that. So as we're leaving, I'm like, people fucking dropping popcorn, and I'm looking at the people that dropped their popcorn. I was like, everyone on their fucking cell phones, and I'm looking. Leslie's like, come on, babe, come on. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I'm talking very loud. I was like, man, people don't know. People bringing their fucking kids to the movies, and I'm fucking dogging all the kids like that are walking by me. I was like, man, people have no fucking respect for the movies. And I'm just like, God, this is the worst fucking movie experience I've ever been to in my whole fucking life. I'm red, I'm sweating, and Leslie's like, babe, I'm so sorry. Like,
you're an angry old man.
Yeah. And then I was like, and to top it all off, I didn't get my fucking cup. And I threw my popcorn away all mad, and everyone's like, what the fuck? And Leslie's like, babe, and Leslie, like I said, God bless her heart, she wasn't mad at me for being mad because she was getting pissed off too. She's just not as vocal about it as I am. So she's like, babe, I'll take you to go see the movies again. We'll see it on a day off. Like, I'll call in on a Saturday. I'll take you to go see it in the afternoon so that way we are quiet. I'll buy you a little Jurassic Park cup. I'll buy you everything. And I'm like,
take you to the toy store and get your dinosaur and bring to the movie.
She's like, we'll get you a shirt. We can wear matching shirts to the movie. And so I'm calming down, you know, I'm all, you know, whatever. And I'm like, whatever. So I post my rant and I'm just like, God, that's... And Leslie, and like, everyone was all... And then when I posted that rant, everyone's all, well, why didn't you go see it at Draft House? And I'm like, you don't think I fucking tried? And that was pissing me off even more. And I was like, you don't think I fucking tried to see it at the Draft House? Ah! Like, oh my God. So to everyone that was in the fucking Quarry and Theater 8, Jurassic World 8:30 p.m. showing, you are my jerks of the week. Fuck you. I hope you never be allowed into a movie theater again. I should have said something, but I didn't. I should have got my money back.
I think, the only reason I know is one time I went to go see, it was for a band. It was a band, like, I went somewhere with the fucking band. I don't know. And we ended up at the movies. Oh,
DCI?
No, you know what it was? We had traveled, and it was an away game.
Okay.
So we had to go, like, and then some outskirts city of San Antonio, right? And because it was going to be like an all-day thing, there was like the movie at the end or whatever, because we had to stay the night somewhere. Something like that, right?
Right.
And whatever, cars went down. I think I had to leave for some reason, and like my parents had to pick me up. So I just like left. I don't know why I went to the front desk, was like, I have to go. I didn't get to finish the movie, though. And they were like, oh, okay, here's some like free tickets. There you go. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, and that was just me being like, oh, I just didn't get to finish. I'm pretty sure if you're like, this is fucking horrible, I didn't want to finish it tonight, like, because it's people suck, I'm sure they've been like, oh, just, because it's just free ticket. Broad City makes fun of that too, where they go back and they're like, the sound quality said 10 decibels, but it really didn't sound, it was more like, and the guy's sitting there just like, here, just get away, like.
I should have, and because I've never complained, huh? No, I'm gonna die. I've never complained during a movie.
My bad.
You're good. And Teach took a shot. I'm bitching out, but I've never complained during a movie. I've never, like, none of my parents ever complained during a movie.
We're getting to that age where we get to complain.
Yeah. So I'm just like, fuck. And I was like, I didn't. And, like, somebody told me that, too. It was like, you should have went and got your money back. And I'm like, well, yeah, no fucking shit.
I
like,
even think at the end you can do that now, too.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you had that rage in you, like, it would have came across where they would have been like, because they're like 60-year-old kids, they're just going to be like, here, like, you know.
Yeah, at the same time, because I don't like to project my anger out on employees, because I know it's out of their control.
Yeah.
And with how like, I was literally shaking in sweat, like, I was sweating bullets, bro. Like, there was, like I would look like I just worked out.
So everything that annoys you annoys me, too. Everything you just said are annoying me, too. I fucking, like, I think that's why I used to love going to movies in high school. That was, like, my favorite fucking thing. And I was all into, like, the IMBD or and looking up the new stuff and going to see, like, blah, blah, and going to see The Night Of. Me and my cousin were real big film buffs, especially the horror genre. Anything, the new horror stuff, even if it was cheesy, we're like, we gotta go see it to like gauge it, like, right? And then after high school, and then with Mrs. Teach, and she doesn't really like movies, and I've always kind of attributed to that. But to be honest, now that I think of the times that I go, I'm pissed off most of the time because I don't get to watch my movie. Because here at my house, when I rent it or if I buy it on Prime, I control everything around it. You know what I mean?
Pause it.
I can bitch at Mrs. Cheese like, shut up, or like put the phone away, or you know. I bought my own Rolly Pop. It makes popcorn, movie popcorn. You know, and I buy the butter. You throw like everything, the salt. I think that's why I stopped going to the movies. And if I do go to the movies, I refuse to go the night of, or like, you know, that it premieres. Like, I do not. I used to be like that, like. The Saw movies, every Saw movie that came out, I went and saw in the theater. Because, like, I was really into
You went and saw?
I went and saw. Hey, this fucking guy. This fucking guy over here. But I remember the last one. I think it was, like, Saw 13 or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Saw 32. I don't know how fucking far they went. I remember being pissed just because, like, it was a bunch of little kids. Because at this point, the genre has become, like, a spectacle of, like, just going to see it. Just going it's really becomes, like... The kids are just like, we're just gonna be in the theater and it's just a party. Like, we're not really here for the movie though. Like, we're just hanging out. You know, they're little kids. They don't get to go out, and they're just, you know, that's them meeting up and hanging out. And I'm like, yeah, this fucking blows. Like, now that hearing your experience, I'm like, that's probably why I don't go anymore. Which sucks though, because it's a totally different experience.
Exactly. Though. And it's like, because at Draft House, I've never had that problem. I've never had that problem at Draft House.
Is a different genre.
Casablanca never had that problem. So it's just like I said, at Draft House, the most I've had to done is, dude, oh my bad. And he stayed off his phone because he was like, yeah, fuck, my bad. Like, oh shit, I wasn't realizing it.
It's a different flavor.
Yeah.
Because people go there to eat too, and it's like it's an experience. People go
Exactly.
there, they have a love for movies.
Yeah. So, and that's just my thing is like, so if you, like, I don't care how close I am with you. If you get on your phone in a fucking pitch black movie theater, fuck you. Like, even like when I went with a group of friends, like in high school, and someone got on the phone, I said, dude, turn your fucking phone off. Like, come on, what the hell? Like, I don't turn my phone on until I get out of the movie theater. Like, I'm at the movies. I follow the rules. So I'm just like, it just fucking irritates me. If you bring a kid, all right, cool. You brought your kid. I understand. Okay, look, maybe you didn't have a babysitter. Maybe they do really want to see the movie. Okay, cool. I understand that. But if you and that was another thing too. Kids just wouldn't shut the fuck up. I can hear kids asking, well, Daddy, what is this? What's the name of that dinosaur? Daddy, why did this happen? Daddy, why did that?
My thing too, I don't know how. Everyone tells me like I don't have kids, so I don't know. And everyone's like, "Well, you don't have kids. You won't know until you have kids." But in my head, I'm like, I can't imagine. I already don't like to go to the theater because I hate those people. I can't imagine being that person with my kid. Like when I have little kids and they want to see a movie, so you're gonna wait till it comes on Redbox. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have pizza and popcorn, and we'll make a fort and we'll do it here though because you're too little to really act right at the theater.
So that's the thing. So anytime my parents took us to the movie theaters, and I remember like one of the youngest movies I remember, like when I was younger, one of the oldest movies I saw was Jurassic Park 3.
Oh.
We saw that one movie in theaters.
That was fuck you.
That was old. Yeah, I was a kid. And but my parents put the fear of God in us. They're like, if you even speak a single word during this movie, we will fucking leave. And me and my brother, okay, mommy, okay, daddy. And like, even if we were like, can we have to go to the bathroom? They would say no. Like, they'd be like, you would hold it until the end of the movie. Because it was mostly my parents that wanted to see it. And it was kind of like, fuck, we got the kids with us.
Right.
So it'd be like, you're either shutting the fuck up or we're leaving.
I don't remember having any fucking say in what we were going to go see in the movie theater. Even renting movies was like...
Yeah!
Even
Blockbuster, it was like, we're taking this.
Oh my god, I remember being like, please, can we rent the new Rugrats? We're like, we're not paying for that cartoon. You watch it every day. Like,
that's exactly what my parents said. Oh my god.
What do you need? It's a movie. Like, it's the same shit.
I was like, they go to Paris, Dad.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, they go to Reptar Land every other episode.
Chucky has a new mom.
Right? He goes to a mommy-daughter dance or mommy-son dance. What happens? Fucking, yeah, like...
Yeah, it's very different.
I think again, it's this whole new age of parenting.
I don't know.
They're afraid
it's funny because also I make fun of my parents now because my mom with my nephews, my sister's kids, and my niece, she's a grandmother though, right, to those children, and it's totally different. I mean, it's take them to go see whatever movie they want, and I'm like, never fucking told me. He goes, we couldn't rent a fucking cartoon to watch, let alone go see it in the theater. Like, that was insane. I never even asked for that because I knew my parents wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I
don't think I ever saw a kids movie in theaters.
I never saw a kids movie in theaters.
It was all when it came out on VHS.
Never saw a kids movie in theaters. Ever. Not even that. My cousin would have to. My aunt liked those movies. She liked them. So I always be so jealous because she would want to go see them. And so my cousin got to go too.
Right.
My parents were like, we don't fucking do that shit. Like, I don't want to see this stupid cartoon. Like,
that's how my parents were. It was
I had to wait till she would buy it, and when I had to go to my cousin's and watch it, and then it'd be like, he's like,
yeah, it was like as if my cousins had the VHS, and when they came into town and they happened to have the VHS on them, we would watch it, or we would get the VHS for Christmas. Like I remember we got Lilo and Stitch for Christmas, like on VHS in that plastic that plastic thing. I got the first X-Men movie on VHS, which I didn't even know. That was another thing too. I wasn't allowed to watch TV a lot with the silver background with the door.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. So I didn't even know what movies were even coming out as a kid.
Actually,
I saw X-Men 2. You know the Draft House on Marbach? Mm-hmm. Do you remember when it used to be a dollar theater?
No.
Yeah, before it turned into a Draft House, it used to be a dollar theater. Oh. So X-Men 2 was already out for like a year and a half, like out of theaters. Okay. So we saw X2 in theaters, but it was at the dollar movies, and it was already out on VHS. So we got to go see it in theaters. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And I didn't know it was out. I didn't think it was old. I was like, they made an X-Men 2? And my dad was like, oh, I want to go see it. So it's in theaters. Like, let's go see it.
I only saw X-Men because I was in like a summer daycare at the time, and we went on a field trip for it. So,
really?
Yeah.
The only movies I remember seeing in theaters are X2, Scooby-Doo, the first one.
I saw the dollar movie. I used to work at the dollar movies.
Nice. Jurassic Park 3.
Fuck you.
And then, then I really don't remember going to movies until I was in high school.
I remember seeing The Sixth Sense in the theater. And
wow.
I mean, I was scared, so I didn't like to. I wasn't very nosy. I was like hiding my face the whole time. I like as a kid. I mean, X-Men, because I remember going with the field trip.
That was such a cool movie at the time.
I mean, my parents were big blockbuster parents.
Yeah,
You know, Friday
same.
nights, we get 2 movies, and a pizza, or whatever. I used to get I could buy a candy.
Oh man, my
Right.
parents wouldn't let us go into Blockbuster with them. It would just whatever they came home with.
And I would get in trouble because the candy's so expensive here. Like,
$1.99.
Yeah, no shit.
What do you think we're G?
No, you know what? Because I would always want those toy candy ones.
Oh,
you know,
I remember.
And it would be like $7.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I want
The fucking special
And
edition.
they were like, that candy tastes like shit. You won't even eat it. I'm like, but I'll eat it. So I got fat because I had to eat the candy to get
That's
the
a
toy.
nasty candy. Why do you think there's so many there?
Yes,
Because nobody buys it.
yes. Oh my god. Exactly.
It's just parents were cheapos and no one wanted to buy the
Exactly.
fucking candy.
But at the same time, I'll be saying the same shit. I'm just like, just cause. Actually, just to give them character, you know.
I told Leslie, I was like, when we have kids, we either one, we're not taking them to the movies, or 2, we're gonna be the same way. If they make a peep, we're getting the fuck out of there. Like I don't care. But yeah, that was my first jerk of the week. My second jerk of the week is my upstairs neighbors again. So since the last incident when he had his buddy over, if you don't recall from a few episodes ago, he had his buddy over. He fucking, I guess they got too drunk. He fucking threw up over his balcony, he's the 3rd story, I'm the 2nd story. His fucking vomit gets all over my patio and my ledge and everything. I went upstairs, I told him, I was like, hey, and I even told him about his noise. I was like, dude, every night I always hear pounding, yelling, loud music, loud TV. All I'm asking is you to stop. Like, you know, it's getting annoying, you know, I'm being really respectful, I don't want to be a dick, you know, just please stop. No, yeah, you're right, my bad, trying to give me all these excuses. I'm like, okay, whatever. Since then, it's only gotten fucking worse. Nothing's been thrown onto her balcony, no throw up or nothing, but at the same time, it's just like the fucking pounding, the fucking yelling, it's just terrible. Leslie's already called in and complained about him. She complained about him a few weeks ago. Oh my god, I don't know if the office told them anything, like, hey, we've got a noise complaint.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm figuring they haven't, because if they did get an official complaint, like, a lady would be like, oh shit, our bad.
Cops maybe. That's probably.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point. In which I'm about to get into right now, where I almost called the cops this past Sunday. So it's just been pounding. It's just been fucking nonsense. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I don't care what type of fees we have to pay or like what we have on our record as far as a broken lease. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Exactly. I know how bad. Teacher's shaking his head. I know how bad a broken lease is.
Easy. Don't do it. Yeah, that's rough.
But I'm getting to that point where I'm like,
and y'all are both on the lease, right?
fuck it, yeah.
So y'all never be able to rent.
We'll be fucked.
Get
So-
move to the south side.
Yeah.
Get one of those you pay for a week, $700 a week.
Yeah. Fucking, I'm just getting so sick of it. So this past Sunday, I'm off on Monday. I'm off on Saturday and Sunday. I'm Monday through Friday working. So Saturday we went to the lake with Leslie's parents. We went to some place called Chalk Bluff out in Uvalde. Very nice, but it's just a little bit of a drive, and got back. We were very exhausted Saturday. I was very exhausted Sunday. Still woke up early to go do the laundry at my parents' house, to get all of that taken care of. Got home, I cleaned up the apartment because, it just kind of got a little bit lazy with it. How it happens, so cleaned up. I was just fucking exhausted. I'm just tired. So I'm trying to lay down in bed. I'm trying to take a little nap. I'm just so crashed. Fucking, I kind of doze off and I'm waking to, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, it scared me because I was like, who the fuck is screaming? So I looked out into, because I live right by the dog park, summer vacation, kids have been playing around, this and that. So I'm like, man, what the fuck's going on?
I'm already cranky because I got woken up from nap. So I'm like, man, what the hell is that? So I'm like, okay. So I look out, and then I hear upstairs, I hear pounding and yelling, and I hear somebody still screaming. It sounded very feminine, you know, but hey, in today's age, who knows? So it sounded like a girl. And just, ah! And I hear the guy yell, I fucking hate you! Ah, fuck you! And like, I'm like, holy moly. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm kind of in bed like, what the fuck? And then I hear the door slam. I hear like running down the stairs for like their dear life. And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, should I get involved? I was like, that sounds very sketchy. I was like, it sounds like he was beating her or something. I was like, I don't know. Like, should I call the cops? I kind of waited a few minutes, and I just heard him screaming and yelling. And I was just like, I don't know what the fuck that was. It sounded like the girl left because it just sounded like the guy. So I went to go, quote-unquote, check my mail on a Sunday. Well, granted, we were very lazy with checking our mail.
Everyone is.
Yeah. So I ended up having mail, so I was kind of like, all right, whatever. So I'm leaving, and I'm walking the way I walk to the mailbox. I can see the outside of my apartment, like the balcony and everything. So I'm kind of looking up, and you hear like something hits the window, and I'm like, what the fuck? And there's a guy in the dog park, and he's by the fence, and he goes, do you know who those people are? And I was like, no, I have no idea. But, dude, they're fucking loud every single night, bro. Every night, pounding, screaming, yelling. He goes, no, I live right next door to them, dude. They're fucking loud every night. He goes, and I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, my fiance has already called and put a complaint. And he knows complaint about him. He goes, dude, my fiance too. He goes, you're so annoying. My fiance calls the front office all the time. And I was like, dude, I've lived here for almost 2 years now. I've never had a problem with the upstairs neighbors, except for the occasional, like, they drop something and makes that loud thud, but other than that, like, no problems. And he goes, no, yeah, we've been here for 3 years, and I've never had anything as bad as these guys. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck it is. I was like, but that did not sound right. He goes, you heard some chick screaming too, right? I was like, yeah. I was like, were you here when it sounded like somebody ran out? He goes, no, I didn't see anything. He goes, but I heard somebody screaming. I heard him yell, I hate you. I was like, yeah, I fucking woke up from my nap to that. He goes, I don't know, dude. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go check the mail. And he started laughing. I was like, all right, we have a good one. He left the dog park. I went my separate way, whatever, right? So we get back, and I just hear like pounding, things crashing upstairs, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But then it just kind of dies down. They have which I'll get into, but I know they have a dog, which makes sense for the random sporadic, thuds. I was like, okay, because they had a German Shepherd. When I went up there and confronted them the first time, I saw a big German Shepherd. Okay, it makes sense. It's a bigger dog, but still. Like, I don't know if they're playing with it, if he's just getting riled up, but you have neighbors under you, bro. Keep that shit under consideration, I understand. I play with my dog all the time. Granted, my dog is very small. Barely leaves a little, as it's running around. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Monday night. Yesterday night, at the time of recording. Yesterday night. Fucking, screaming, yelling, laughing, joyous occasion, pounding. You can hear the dog running around, this and that. And I'm just
yesterday night?
Last night? Yeah, yesterday night, whatever.
I was like, wait.
Whatever, my grammar's not the best, okay? Jeez. So, I'm pissed, y'all know how I get when I'm pissed, and I'm fucking telling Leslie, I'm like, man, I've had enough of this bullshit, like, I'm getting ready to call the office, I'm just tired of fucking living here, this and that, oh my god, da-da-da, whatever, right? Dies down, you still hear people talking, but it's not as annoying, so it's whatever. Leslie and I are watching TV. You hear the door slam, you hear somebody running down the stairs. This person slammed on my fucking door. Fucking slammed on it, like pounded my door. I went from 0 to 100 real quick. What the fuck? Oh. And now, I'm at home, I'm relaxing, I'm in my underwear. I go throw on some shorts, I'm still topless. I open my fucking door, and I'm looking violently from left to right. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm fucking pissed. Leslie's like, babe, come inside, leave it alone. I'm like, no, they fucking slammed on our door. This is bullshit, da-da-da. Some fucking Asian 40-year-old looking guy, this older, he was very young, but it just smokes a lot and drinks a lot and just fucking wrinkly, or like he's just an old man. He looked old. In his fucking chones, in his tidy whities, topless, no shoes on, mind you. So, and it fucking Asian guy, and just, and I'm looking at him, and he goes, oh, hello, and I'm like, I was like, did you pound on my door? And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, yeah. I'm just like, what? So I'm telling him, I was like, are you part of those people that are being loud upstairs? No, that's not me.
What did he want? Why was he pounding your door?
He was like chasing somebody or something, because when he started walking, it looked like he was walking from the parking lot that's by the dog park. I don't know what the fuck was going on, and I'm like, well, whoever those people are, they need to shut the fuck up. They're being really fucking loud. Oh yeah, I don't know who that is, da-da-da. You have a good night, and this and that. I'm like, the fuck? So I closed my door.
Why did you knock on my door?
So I closed the door, and he says like, oh, I'm sorry, and I'm like, no, you fucking, he goes, oh, I'm sorry, it was an accident, and I'm like, no, you're like, doing this isn't a fucking accident. Jolting your hand up and down, unless you have fucking, Parkinson's or something, like, the Michael J. Fox, where he can't control his jitters.
Was
like,
he trying to talk to you though?
I have no idea. And even if he was, I don't want to talk to an old Asian man in his panties.
What I don't get is, why you knock on my door? Right?
That's beyond
what
me.
Do you want? Why are we having this conversation?
Exactly. So I'm like, because I'm pissed off because somebody pounded on our door at 9:30 at night, and I'm like,
yeah,
what the fuck? Like, because I'm just like, that doesn't, no, I don't care who you are, even if it was a relative, don't, like, knock on the door, don't fucking pound on it. Like, no, like, that's going to scare me, and I go into defense mode. I'm like, who the fuck's trying to break in? My mind goes to the worst of all time, like, all the time.
Well, I probably might knock over there.
Right. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then, like, I closed it, like, I slammed the fucking door. I'm like, man, and I put both locks on, and I hear him, he's probably telling, oh, some dude yelled at me downstairs. Hear everybody, laughing and, like, having a joyous old time, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? So I went to bed in a very bad, sour mood. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? So wake up, I'm over it. I'm pissed off still, but I'm like, whatever. It was last night. I was able to go to bed with no disruptions. Get home today. Fucking hear the pounding, hear the and I'm just like, oh, whatever. Have a long day at work. I'm tired. So I hear the fucking door slam. I hear a pounding down the stairs, and I'm like, what the fuck? So before I could even talk to Leslie about anything, I just go straight to the fucking front door, open the door all the way, and I'm looking, and I see the little fucking asshole from the guy that I confronted weeks ago about his friend throwing up over the balcony. I see him, and he's going to the dog park with a different dog. He's going to the dog park with like a white, like husky looking dog. So I'm like, so this means this fucker has 2 dogs upstairs. So I'm like, that's pissing me off. So he's looking at me and goes like, oh, hey. Like, he waves because I'm staring at him. And I'm just like, can you keep it down? And he goes, what? I was like, can you keep it down up there? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. And I goes, every fucking night, you're screaming and yelling and laughing. Shut up. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, man. It's probably the dogs. And I said, I don't give a fuck what it is. Keep it down. What? And I said, I don't give a fuck what it is. Keep it down. Oh, for sure. And I'm just like, and I just fucking slammed the door, and Leslie's like, babe. I'm like, no. I've had enough. I can't take it. I'm done. Oh my God. I'm just like, ugh. So I told Leslie, I was like, by the end of this week, I was like, if things do not change, Saturday morning, the second the office opens, I'm going in there and be like, something needs to fucking change. I was like, the people that live up above me are fucking horrendous. I am done. I am fed up. Like, you're gonna have SAPD here every night unless something fucking changes. I was like, and I don't think you guys want SAPD here every night because I know you guys have to be filled in on police reports. I guarantee it. You guys are the owners of the property. Unless you want piles of paperwork, something needs to change. Either threaten him to kick him out or tell him, hey, look, yeah, the guy that lives under you is not playing around anymore. Please stop. For the love of God, please stop. Do you listen to his podcast? He wants to kill you. Please stop. We don't want that. He's a nice guy. He's given us so much money over the years. Please stop, for the love of Christ Almighty. Oh my God. If I have to confront him again, Teach, I tell you, you will. This is the series finale. If he does not stop, oh my God. I need a drink.
What sucks is that the apartment complex actually is gonna go. Yeah, I don't really care. David can leave.
Yeah, and that's a sad reality. Oh my God.
And then you can call the cops. And if you call the 911 line, you'll get in trouble. And if you call the non-emergency line, they won't come for about 2 hours later until everything's probably done.
Because I've called them before, and they're useless.
They're useless. Absolutely useless.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. Upstairs neighbors. Our thing too was, well, fuck. The podcast started with my upstairs neighbor bullshit too, right?
Yeah.
And there was nothing we could do. We couldn't even do the noise complaint thing because they were just fucking. I was so bad about that because I'm like, I ain't trying to like diss on a guy getting some, but fuck, 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, Jesus, right above us, like what the fuck? If you can find a remedy to bad upstairs neighbors, let us know.
Please, for the love of God. Because do you want me to go to jail, guys?
I don't know. There's really nothing you can do. It's the necessary evil of being able to live in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
There's a lot of amenities you get living in an apartment complex. I am not looking forward to moving in a house because, especially taking it over and being the one that's going to be paying for shit, you know, you can't call when your AC goes out. You can't call when the water goes out. You can't call when, you know, this and that goes, like, your plumbing. You got to pay out of pocket for that shit. And if you can't, just stuck.
Yeah.
You're stuck with that.
You're stuck with shit on the floors, dog.
But, yeah, okay, we don't have upstairs neighbors. Well, in my case, it's probably even worse that I'm gonna be living with 2 teenage boys that yell at their fucking video games all night separately because they play 2 different fucking games at separate times. So, you know, but in the idea of not living in an apartment, not in my situation, I don't know, man. Yeah.
I'm just so fucking done.
And you know the thing is though, is that does your rent go up? Your rent's been going up, yeah, every year.
No.
Usually does. I'm sure.
It went from the first year to the second year and went up $10. But when we renewed this past March, it stayed the same.
Well, shit, they went up on us. Well, they wanted us to stay, and we said, "Yeah, we're moving out anyways." But usually it goes up, and it's like you might as well just move because I find it. It's like the insurance thing. It's like, well, probably start better somewhere else. It just sucks to move though.
It does, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting to the point of like fucking breaking my lease and then too, now we're getting a silverfish fucking problem. Do you know what silverfish are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they bite too.
Yeah, and I've already fucking killed 4 of them this past weekend, and I'm like, what the hell? Where are they coming from?
We woke up one day and the animals had so much fleas. And we have been trying to we've done the medicine, we've done blah, 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 and all the animals, and we woke up and they were like, it had been like a month into it, we're like, nothing's fucking working.
Right.
So I called into work last week. I went and bought a kennel for the cats. We took them all to the vet to get, you know,
defleed and all that.
Defleed, medicine, everything. The works. $400 for that. Just for the animals. And then I went and bought foggers, the bug spray stuff.
Yeah.
And we left to go put them in the, we went to the vet, but before we left, you know, we went to Walmart, got the kennels, and we got the foggers, put them everywhere. I mean, this place was a fuck. I was kind of nervous. I was like, I wonder if like we could get in trouble. Like, what if it seeps?
You know, if you put a lot, they can explode. I actually just saw that on Mythbusters.
Well, if you put it next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were next to each other. But I was worried that, I don't know. And I know that like AC systems are different, but I'm like, what if it seeps in upstairs and someone's living there and so fucking die? Because we put like 5 of them around, you know, the house. And when you start them, I mean, it's like clouds. Like I had to run. Like I was like, run to the next one. And when I left, it was cloudy. Like, it was crazy. And so it takes 4 hours or whatever. We got back. We boarded the animals, too, for the night. So when we got back to clean up and air everything out, and there was just bugs everywhere. But it was kind of sad. So he's like, okay, we fucking got them. Like, that's what you had to do, right? No, but right now, there's still bugs. They're in the wall. I mean, they're
they're in something.
You get what I'm saying though? Like,
Yeah.
we can kill them as much as we can here and be the cleanest fucking people and take care of everything. They're all upstairs and over there and over there and over there. And I've read on the, what is it? The, you know, people that...
The reviews and
The
stuff?
reviews for the... Yeah, everyone's like, we're just glad we don't have rats. Someone's talking about having rats.
Oh, wow.
They're talking about having rats in these apartments. So me and Miss Teacher are like, fuck, at least we don't have rats, because that would really fucking suck.
If I ever see a rat, I would be like, that's it, I'm done.
That's a deal breaker.
I'm like, I'm calling in for the week. I gotta figure shit out. Like, this is...
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
my Lord.
So, I mean, I think they're relatively cheap for, you know,
Yeah.
for
Oh,
San
excuse me.
Antonio. Jeez, you hear that frog?
Mm.
They're relatively cheap for, you know, San Antonio and, you know, for being in the medical center and this and that.
Yeah, these are very cheap. I very like the price.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I was like, the price is very nice.
There's a reason why. You know?
Yeah. They're outdated.
They're very. They're old apartments. You look at them. They look old.
Yeah.
You know, but like for us, for the 2-bedroom, it was the Mrs. Teach. She found the cheapest 2-bedroom placing in San Antonio. It was here, and that's why we've been here for the year.
Yeah.
We probably would have. Well, actually, we were trying to move out into a house or like a condo or something, or a duplex, maybe not a condo.
If it wasn't for WrestleMania, yeah, Leslie and I wouldn't be.
Well, see, we don't really, and the only expenses we have is my little meditation retreats, but I even get a lot of fundraising for that. People want to pay for my shit because I'm the director. So,
He's profiting off the love.
no, I mean, it doesn't go to my pocket. It goes back into the system.
Right.
I pay for the retreat.
No, yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Fucking.
So that's that's probably our biggest expense because that just is what it is. But
Fucking, so, digressing aside, so that kind of leaves me, and not to so much my third jerk of the week, because I know I have a lot, or it seems like a lot.
Holy Trinity.
Right, so...
God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Those are my jerks of the week.
Right, fucking assholes.
Dear God, stay out of my way.
Right. So now going on to actually topics that happened throughout the last time we talked. I'm not going to say famous, but a so-called rapper named XXX.
That's one of your jerks of the week?
No, he's not my jerk of the week. I'm saying like kind of branching off of that.
Oh,
like,
I thought you said third jerk. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not so much third jerk of the week, but like the fans that are, if you're a fan of Extension, Extension, XXX, TNT, however you spell it, however you say it, that's cool. You know, whatever. You know, yeah, he got murdered. You know, being murdered is never cool. You know, but the thing about Extension fans that I've seen, because I've actually had to go and delete a few of the fans that I have on Facebook, I'm just like, you guys are too fucking much. So, me being an asshole that I am, I had a friend that shared a post that's like, oh, and like he put sad faces about Extension's murder. I put good riddance. His music sucks. Objectively to me, his music sucks. Anybody that has the lyric goes, I can't keep my dick in my pants, yuh. You're bullshit. No, sorry, that's lame. Even Teach can agree. Kanye West has better lyrics than I can't keep my dick in my pants.
I would definitely go. I'd rather go to a Kanye West concert than this guy.
Yeah, can't keep my dick in my pants. Yo, fuck you. No, whatever. Like that just sounds like rape. Sorry, but that sounds like sexual harassment. But yeah, so not only do his lyrics suck and his music sucks, objectively, he's a woman beater. He's had a lot of accusations. Now, there is one chick that did admit that she falsified reports about him beating her, but there's still other women that still got beaten by him. You know, just a bum. He talks a lot of shit, and, you know, when he got confronted, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, oh, I'm just kidding, I'm only 20 years old. It's like, no, I don't care how old you are. If you're talking big shit, trying to be big in the rap game, back up your shit. Yeah. So, he got fucking... He got capped, you know, in Miami or whatever. He died at age 20. Sucks, but whatever. So me as an asshole, I said, good riddance. This friend puts back, oh, too edgy for me, bro. And I'm like, it's not really being edgy. I'm just saying good riddance. I don't fucking care. His life had no impact on mine. My life has no impact on his. Whatever. I'm just saying good riddance to say good riddance. That means no more shitty music is coming from this asshole. That means no more women are going to get beat by this asshole. Good
riddance. His life had no impact on this world. So the Extension fans are not so much mourning the loss of their quote-unquote favorite rapper or quote-unquote favorite artist or quote-unquote lyrical genius. They're more defending the fact that people are laughing and making fun of Extension's death. He died. He was murdered. You shouldn't be.
I think really the morning is probably more because it's a hot topic and it's trendy to post the rest in peace part of it. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm like fucking. Oh my god. I'm doing my. Oh, I was taking a drink.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, Teach gets it. Oh my god.
Well,
Oh.
but I don't agree with your post.
Yeah, no, because like I said, I'm being an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm saying.
So I mean,
Good riddance.
I take murder and everything. Like I don't agree with that because it was still murder. So there's still. I mean, mourning is appropriate no matter who it is. You know, because of death. But at the same time, yeah, it's. I had never heard of the guy before the death. And I'm not seeking out his music. And I've heard a lot of bad things about him anyways. And so I don't think I would say good riddance because I just don't find that to be very
Tasteful.
Yeah, but I didn't know him. So for me to that would be very ungenuine to try to make it seem like I was very...
Damn, rip.
Right, or like, yeah, exactly. So although... If you had that, like, okay, rest in peace for sure. Like, you know, obviously he was like a young kid, and that's sad because he was so young, and he always was mixed up into this, you know, lifestyle that. And like you said, though, he was playing with fire, you know, trying.
And that's where I come from. So yeah. I don't. And again, because I don't deny that I'm an asshole. I feel people create their own problems. If I started going into hard drugs and started, you know, throwing my life away and I end up getting into some shit, I can't blame other people for it. I can't go, oh, well, Teach talked about it, so I wanted to try it. I can't place blame. The only one that controls me is me. He wants to get involved in gang shit. He wants to talk shit about other rappers and this, and that. Okay, fine. But, you know...
He probably doesn't... You know, if he was around, probably wouldn't blame you for talking shit either, though.
Yeah.
Now, the people that are surrounding it, though, they're hiding behind this facade that they're so... Or, you know, they're so...
Here's my thing. I think they're like, oh, well, he was a misunderstood person, this and that. Really rip this legendary artist, rip this. I'm like... No.
I am not seeing any of that.
Unfortunately, I have a lot of immature friends on Facebook, so they condone this kind of bullshit. Yeah, no, fuck you. Can't keep my dick in my pants. No, you lost all credibility. God, just like, oh my god. So I'm saying, it circles back around, so the artists of today are just god-awful. They just, oh god. But anyway, so you're too edgy for me, bro. And then it's just like, yeah, you can say I'm an asshole. I'm not trying to be edgy. I'm like, I genuinely think, good riddance. He was a woman beater. You know, he talked big shit, because I don't have no sympathy for people that get themselves involved in shit.
And you got caught on it and lost.
Yeah, and then don't try to better themselves as a person. Yeah, maybe he donated to his surrounding area, but so you have one thing that, you know, but that doesn't outweigh that you're beating women, you're being accused of raping women, you know, you're getting your shit involved in shit that you shouldn't be involved in.
You know, donation, and I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know anything about this guy, but when you said donation or, you know, helping, when people start making money, it always looks like philanthropy or something like really good when people start donating to this and that.
All out of the blue, right?
But it's really just a tax write-off because they have to pay these taxes anyways, right? They have to pay a lot of taxes to the government, and what you can do is just donate it and you can write that off as taxes, and it makes you look better. Boom. So it's never really like they're losing money. They were going to have to pay. They had to spend this money anyways. They just chose, it makes them look better. So
exactly.
Anytime people were like, they donated so much money to this cause, like, yeah, they didn't really donate.
But they still reaped off of it.
Like, they just kind of picked, they either went to the government or to this one because they had to. Like,
exactly.
You know, were they really there? Did they meet anyone? Were they side by side with these people trying to better the organization? No, they had to get rid of their money and they threw it that way just because someone like you would read it and go, this guy's a saint. Like,
oh my god,
yeah.
he gave back.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm just like, man, whatever. So, you know, these
these people I was friends with are all like, man, fuck everyone saying that, you know, Extension deserved it, da 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 da.
And was he like Hispanic or something?
He was black.
Yeah, he looks very black.
You know, like he was black. Yeah, I'm pronouncing it Extension because that's how
that's
it looks like.
That's and I looked him up because I was trying. I had seen like some meme about all his like the accusations against him, and I just was trying to see what I could find. And I felt very uncomfortable in my work computer type it in because it's
XXX, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, if my admin ever sees me looking at like, what were you trying to look up?
So here's another thing, kind of quick tangent. This is the same fucker that faked his suicide to promote a new album.
Oh, so yeah, I didn't
Report, and that's just so shitty. If like, I don't care what of a publicity stunt. You make fun of mental illness and you fucking say, you know, you have a suicide note and everything written. People, you know, you have people say that they found you hanging dead in your hotel room just to promote a fucking new album, and then people see you out buying food the next day. Fuck you. Like, no, you're a piece of shit. So when I say good riddance, I'm saying it to be an asshole, but I genuinely feel good riddance. Whatever. Boom, posted.
Although we're getting him a lot more hype right now.
Exactly, and we are, yes, by talking about it and addressing it. But at the same time, these people that are defending, you know, they're not defending him as a person. They're just saying how shitty it is that people are saying, who cares that he's dead? Who cares? Good riddance, da da da. So I'm like saying like, oh, they're calling them edgelords. Like, oh, you're an edgelord. You're so edgy.
Yeah.
You're so
That's
edgy.
That's a lady thing.
Yeah. You're so fucking edgy for saying.
Is that what they were trying to tell you? They're trying to give you shit about?
They're like, oh, you're so edgy and this.
Yeah.
But I didn't reply back to anything. Two. So then, fast forward, Vader, famous wrestler, was in WWE, WCW, very famous wrestler. A couple of years ago, he was only projected to live like only a few months. He survived an extra 2 years. He finally passed away due to heart problems. You know, just very legendary guy. So I shared WWE sharing it because Leslie showed me and I was like, what? Like, that really sucks. I really liked him. For those of you who aren't big wrestling fans, he was in an episode of Boy Meets World, excuse me.
Oh, the old one.
Yeah, Boy Meets World, where they had something to do with wrestling and he showed up and very famous. Like,
I bet you, if you knew the episode, I'd probably know it.
Yeah, if I knew the name of the episode, right? So he passed away. So I shared a post, you know, I shared the status of it and I put, dang. All I put, yeah, you know, but, you know, like, it was sad. I watched him wrestle on old, like, recaps and stuff, but wasn't something that was, like, personal, like, damn, you know, like, oh my god, I'm so heartbroken. I was like, dang. It was just a matter of when. The same dude that I commented good riddance on, he sees my post and he puts good riddance on the mind to come back, like, kind of come back, here you go, fuck you, I'm a cocksucker. You know, like, so I commented back, and this was the day of Slayer concert. This was last Wednesday.
A holy day.
Yeah, right. So I'm in Austin by the time he comments. So I put back, yeah, I'm not going to be butthurt like you though. Like, that's what I put back. I'm like, 'cause I'm bummed about it. He wasn't murdered. He was an old man that passed away due to heart problems. He didn't talk shit and act like his shit don't stink. He was an old man that just passed away. Like, he wasn't some little thug that tried to act like someone he wasn't. So I put, I'm not going to be butthurt like you. So he put back, so angry, homie, chill, and all this stuff. I'm like, whatever. So I was like, I'm at Slayer, nothing's going to kill my vibe, whatever, right? Yeah. Don't give two shits about it. Legendary drummer, world-renowned drummer, Vinnie Paul.
Hey.
Drummer for Pantera, Damage Plan, hell yeah, but most famously for Pantera, whose brother was Dimebag Darrell, the lead guitarist of Pantera, who was murdered at a Damage Plan concert. He passed away this past Friday night. 54, had a heart attack. That one, will admit, I cried over. Yeah, I was like, you know, I've seen him twice in concert. You know, I've seen him twice with Hell Yeah. Of course, Pantera, after Dimebag passed away, you know, didn't get back together, this and that. I was very heartbroken by that. You know, I was crying. Leslie had to console me because I love Vinnie Paul. I'm a very big metalhead. I take metal stuff very personally. Vinnie Paul passed away. I comment on the same guy that was giving me, like, putting, like, the good riddance to Vader or whatever. He's the one that shared it is when I saw it. So I commented in all caps, what? And he goes, yeah, I know. And I was like, WTF, man. So one of his best friends, who used to be one of my best friends, but it was just kind of like, he turned into a real asshole after high school. Deleted him off of Facebook, whatever, right? He comments under my post. He comments under the comments. He puts good riddance, trying to invoke a reaction out of me. Which, granted, it did, mentally. Man, fuck you. Like, I was getting ready to type all the shit, and I was like, no, wait, hold on a second. The friend that shared the post probably told this other guy, hey, put good riddance. Maybe he'll say something to you. So then because what kind of puts that in my mind is because after this other guy, person B, puts good riddance, person A goes, LMFAO, OMG, I hate you, commenting to person B's post. So I'm like, he's probably like, hey, you won't put good riddance though. Didn't react to it. I liked it, I to be sarcastic, I put the like. I'm like, it's not going to invoke a reaction out of me. I deleted this person off of Facebook, the person A. Deleted them off of everything I have because I'm just like, because the same people that are defending Excepcion's death, defending his honor, from a shitty person of what he was, are the same people that are stagnant in being in high school. Because this all reminds me of shit that happened in fucking high school. If something tragic were to happen, like outside of whatever, they would be the first ones to defend something. Be the first ones to pick one little thing and defend that to like their fucking, like their Gollum with the ring. No, precious. So this guy, Extension, he's a great rapper. Oh my God, no, that's Lord Prodigy. So I'm like, you're fucking stagnant. You still, like, not that there's anything wrong talking with the same people from high school. You still associate with them. I'm saying, I don't care how mean it sounds. They're all bums. You're a bum. You're not doing anything with your life. Sounds asshole, but I don't care. So that confirmed with all of that, with you commenting good riddance on Vader's page, with you probably telling, which again I can't confirm, but with your little BFF who's all still into YouTube videos and bullshit, like, commenting good riddance about Vinnie Paul, that just tells me right there you're a petty person. You still like high school drama. You still like being involved in that kind of shit. And the shit he would tell me about how he would cheat on his girlfriend and like try to talk to other girls and this and that, it's fucking childish. So I was like, instead of causing a scene, which I could have, and I could have battled it out on Facebook and fucking, so I was like, no, you know what? I don't really talk to this guy anymore. I don't really like hanging out with this guy anymore because it's all about the same conversations that we had back in high school. It's nothing new. Just delete off of everything. Don't have to make a scene about it. Don't have to put deleting the fake, something stupid on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, now I know who my real friends are. You know what I mean? Like,
so privileged if you see this, because I just been cleaning out my Facebook.
If you see this, just no, I'm getting rid of the negativity. So it's like, fuck. So just like whatever. So and like, so. Which again, it's all subjective, objective, however you want to look at it. Because I'm hurt by Vinnie Paul's death, musician, but not that it's because it's all objective.
Subjective.
Vinnie Paul is a 2-time Grammy-winning artist.
Right.
Extension is just some dick that said, "Kick my dick in my pants."
It sounds like the thing is, regardless of who the artist you were talking about, and then you could argue the caliber of the artist through again objective. Awards and whatnot that someone else could maybe rebuttal and be like, well, it's all this and right, blah, blah, blah. To me, what it sounds like is what pissed him off is that you invalidated his feelings of being able to mourn something that he felt like he could. So, regardless who the guy was, regardless how well he was, all he wanted to do was show you that too, or take that away from you or make you feel bad about that too. And that's where that kind of lies too. Not that he's correct in doing it. It's petty.
And like I say, I'm not saying I was the cool guy in this situation either.
No, it's petty for him to do that, but that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No, I admit, I said good riddance because I was purposely trying to be nice. I wasn't thinking I was being edgy, and that's that whole phrase, oh, you're too edgy, and edgy. I'm like,
shut up, dude.
Yeah, sorry, that's funny you bring that because that's an older internet term too. And
Yeah.
those are like, I told a priest to fuck God in the ass. That's how I spend Saturday nights. And it's like, okay, yeah, all right. You're
Like
on
the
some-
the edgy kid starter pack. It's
Yeah.
the fucking Hawaiian shirt with the flames, like the fucking spike with the frosted tips.
Yeah.
And the
What's his name?
Guy Fieri?
Fieri, yeah.
he's too edgy
On
for
his way to
me.
Flavor Town.
Right. One last trip.
That's
fucking. God bless. Yeah. So look. So what I'm trying to say, if you're a fan of Extension, okay, whatever. You have shitty taste in music, but I'm just saying.
I would agree.
It's like anybody that has the lyric "can't keep my dick in my pants" confirms they're a sexual predator.
I mean, I won't go into that just because I like stupid music too, mumble rap. Now, this guy sounded like, he was like one of those real trash artists. Like, I've never heard of this guy. And I know
Can't
I'm
consider
not,
yourself lucky.
I am not someone, have you ever heard of before this, though?
Yeah, I've heard
You
of
had
him before.
heard about it? I mean, I'm definitely not in the times,
I'm
so
unfortunately
take with that with a grain of salt, so I don't. But if they're really good, it gets to everyone. Like, if they're really good, everyone kind of hears about them.
And the shitty thing that is too, how they say kind of like when artists or like when painters, when they die, like their pieces go up in value like crazy. So the day after he died, the top like all the charts in
I saw
Spotify were just all his fucking songs. And I'm just like, fuck you. The thing that stuck out the most to me is not so much the woman beating, but it is shitty, was the fact that he had to fake his own suicide to promote an album. Not even an album, a fucking SoundCloud EP.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's so, like, do you not trust your fans? Do you, like, not even have, like, fucking self-confidence in yourself that if you put in, like, hey, I put all my hard work into this EP, hope you guys like it. You can't trust people to fucking share it on their own. Hey, man, this shit is fire. No, you gotta be like, oh, I faked my own death. And people are like, oh, shit, Extension killed himself. Let's check out his new album. So it's like, oh, God, oh, God.
You understand?
No, dude, I'll fucking die.
You're a bitch.
I know, I'm sorry. Hey, it's not like the Saturday, man. Like,
I know,
we
I
got,
was sad. Well, tomorrow, actually, I really shouldn't be drinking like this, but
I was like, you gotta move tomorrow.
I gotta move tomorrow. Actually, I got a lot of things going on tomorrow. So, as I pour my shot, our movers will be here from any time from 8 to 10.
Ooh.
Which, here's the thing. Mrs. Teach, what I thought I heard was we're moving from 8 to 10. Because it's a 2 hour, we don't have a lot of stuff. I didn't want to move my fucking bed. I didn't want to move the dresser. I didn't want to move this. Like, I didn't want to do that. I'll pay 2 hours if they take an hour just to take everything apart and put it up and go upstairs with it. I don't want to do that shit. I'll pay for it, whatever. So I thought it was 8 to 10, 2 hours. Come to find, so here's the thing. Thinking 8 to 10, or moving 10 o'clock's end, I have an appointment at 11 at the bank for my nonprofit thing with my finance director at 11 to take care of that, and I have a dentist appointment at 2 to get my wisdom teeth extracted. All three. I had one taken, but all the other 3. Come to find out, they'll be here anywhere from 8 to 10, so they could show up at 10. It's gonna take. I'm gonna have to leave early because I still gotta go to the bank, and I still gotta go get my wisdom teeth fucking taken out. And then come to find out, Mr. Teach's little brother wants to cook us dinner for us our first night there. I'm not gonna be able to eat. I got all my teeth extracted.
I had all 4 taken out at the same time.
Well, I had this one taken out just because I was having pain that last time.
Yeah.
This was on the episode too. Everything we did in episode.
One of the first episodes, yeah.
He took it out and blah blah blah, but I never went back because it was so expensive. Alliance is fucking expensive. Because I went to this. They're on the south side though. They're on the south side, but cheap. You want? Yeah.
So we took a little break because I had to take a shit. Like I'm like my stomach hurt out of nowhere, and I was like, yeah. And I was gonna go take. I thought I was gonna take a piss, but as I stood up, it was like, bleh.
Yeah.
And so teacher's all like, yeah, just pause it. I don't know what I'm doing. So mind you, we forgot what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Right now. So, but it's carrying on.
Well, we're going on an hour 43, and it's going on midnight. So I just want to say, this isn't the end of the podcast.
It's not.
But I'm a military, brat. And if you're not familiar with that term, it just means I grew up with a military family. We've talked about that. But So there's aspects of saying that and it just never comes to fruition. Where you meet up again. It's not. This is not the end. We will meet up again. But in the aspect that this could be my last platform to talk, I'm gonna use it.
Right.
Just because you know what, I hate when series fall off and you never have a closure. So in the very off chance, and this is not gonna be the last episode, but if it is, just want to say I love you guys who have listened. If you've emailed us or contacted us through Facebook, shared memes, shared jokes, asked those crazy questions to just go off. Thank you so much for listening and thinking that we were funny.
Yeah.
We're just two dumbasses getting drunk in a room. And I appreciated our time, and I hope to keep doing it. But the realization of life, sometimes it won't happen here, but it might. That we never get back to get on this, to turn this phone on and record. Just want to say I love you guys and thank you so much. And I've appreciated going into your ears through headphones. Thank you for listening to my rants and bullshit. And yeah, that's all I got.
So you said email.
Yeah.
We got an email.
Well, I was gonna. Okay. That was gonna be my end.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Well,
okay.
You're talking about the
email we
jerk
got.
of the month?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this will be the end.
Okay.
Okay. So, the jerk of the month is me, the teach.
Boo.
That ending, I didn't. For me especially, maybe not for David, but I felt like it got old.
No, I loved it.
Well, for me, it got stale because it was just predictable and the same, and to me, it got boring. That's why I stopped doing it. I also took it from another podcast. That's where it came up. So I always felt a little guilty using it like that because I was taking it from another podcast. And what's funny is that it reminded me that when they stopped because they felt it was stale, I was mad about it too because I'm like, it's just fun to hear. So in that light and in that love and in that respect for our listeners, bitch, you guessed it! Woo!
No, don't do it. No, I'm a virgin. No, I'm a virgin. No, I'm a virgin.